What's going on, guys? This is Jonathan here with TLD, bringing you the full recap to the new iPod Apple Music event that happened earlier this morning. So to start off right off the bat, we didn't see anything with iLife, so no updates to that whatsoever. They did, however, they said they updated all the new iPods. They didn't do the classic, so we'll start with the Shuffle. They kind of took a step back as far as the design. We get the old square model, which honestly I kind of liked. We're seeing the button back on that. But other than that, it's $50, comes in 5 colors. Has the same kind of talking features as the last one did without the buttons, but obviously they made it square again and brought the buttons back, so nothing really crazy or fancy there. That's the iPod Shuffle. Now the actual Nano, which is cool, basically looks like a non-ghetto version of the Shuffle now. You get the Touch and then the Nano, so the scroll wheel, the buttons are all gone. It's completely touch. It's about the size of the new Shuffles, but obviously you get the touch screen just like you would on the iPhone or the iPod Touch. It really looks cool. So there's a lot of jokes with the iWatch, but they are going to have wristbands and things like that. Really looks really cool from what I've seen so far. I actually pre-ordered one of these. So hopefully I'll get that soon next week. You guys get the tap features, you get all the music, the playlist, the radio. It's meant to work with a Nike. What I really like about this is you can actually flip it, so if you have it like pinched on you or stored on you with the actual clip on there, you can rotate it, and it all works pretty seamlessly. We'll have to see how it works in person. It comes in 8 and 16 gigabytes. Just like the previous model, same $149 and $179 price point. This actually comes in 7 colors, 2 more than the Shuffle, and there's going to have a product red version like Apple usually does. And then we move over to the iPod Touch. So this thing looks pretty damn amazing. It's almost like the iPhone without AT&T. Even Steve kind of joked about it without the service, without the contract. So let's go ahead and look at this. I think the only thing that might separate it from the iPhone is I don't think the rear camera takes pictures. So we get the front-facing camera for the FaceTime. That's going to go via emails for those of you guys who are wondering how it's going to work. And then the rear camera does do HD video recording, but I don't think it's going to do pictures. They didn't mention anything like that. So here's a little demonstration of how the Retina display looks compared to the old iPod Touch. And being an iPhone owner, I can vouch for that. It does look amazing. And looking back to old iPhones or iPod Touches, the screens don't look anywhere as good. So we get the LED backlit, the Retina display. We get iOS 4.1, which is actually going to ship with these new iPod Touches. Now, as far as the pricing, let's go and take a look at that. I ordered an 8 gigabyte one for review for you guys. Not going to really keep it, I don't think. Probably a giveaway. That's a hint for you guys right there. But the 8 gig is $229, the 32 is $299, and the 64 is $399. So I was a little bit surprised not to see a 128 gig. I kind of didn't think we would see it. Almost like 50-50 because Apple, that's what they do. I thought we would see a 64. iPhone, we didn't see that. So they're going to cap it off at the 64 gigs at $400. And that ships next week. All 3 of the iPods ship next week. Now the Apple TV, which we'll move over to, make fun of MTP flyers real quick. If you guys hadn't watched our debate, I did predict that this was going to come out at today's event, and it did. So this is hitting the stores at $99. I was reading some articles that it wasn't going to do HD, which kind of didn't make sense to me. So if we look at it, this thing's awesome. It's about a fourth the size of the old Apple TV. Very small. It's very simple on the back. You get your HDMI output, audio, optical out, and then Ethernet, and it also has built-in Wi-Fi. And it also has built-in Wi-Fi. Now moving over to the processor, we get the Apple A4 chip. Now to the features on this, they're getting away completely from actual storage on this. You're not going to be able to buy movies or TV shows anymore. You're going to rent them. They have gone down in price. So for a movie that just hits the stores as it would in Best Buy, for an HD movie, it's going to cost $4.99 to rent. For TV shows, they're actually going to be 99 cents. What really I'm looking most forward to is actually Netflix, because I have it set up with the Xbox. But I'm really looking forward to having that in there. I didn't really see as far as apps or anything. They didn't talk too much about that. It ships with the remote, so we'll have to see once it goes. I did order one of these also for you guys to review for you guys. That might be in the giveaway too, so we'll have to wait and see. And then other than that, they talked about iOS 4.1. It's going to come to the iPad, which they're going to call iOS 4.2. That's going to happen in November. The update to the 4.1, I believe, is next week. And the other thing they talked about is the new iTunes 10. Just updated a few things, the layout. They have Ping, which is almost like a Twitter or a Facebook for iTunes. It looks okay. I got kind of bored with that as far as that portion of the keynote. But other than that, that kind of wraps everything up. Like I said, I ordered the Nano, the Touch Nano, the iPod Touch, and the Apple TV. So stay tuned for unboxings, reviews, lots of videos on those coming up. And other than that, I'll catch you guys later.